Happy Saturday, everybody. Hope you guys are all doing great. I just got off the call with a client, and usually I don't work on Saturdays. Today I did, but I wanted to, after I got off the call, I was like, this is something that I feel like everybody on the channel is going to want to hear, especially those of you guys who are actively creating content or actively building a business. If you're not creating content and you're building a business, stop not creating content and start creating content right now. That was a really weird way of saying that. Start creating content. It's super, super important. And it's actually really easy to get views and grow your business using simple content strategies. Again, I don't want this channel to become a content strategy channel, but I'd be lying to you if I didn't tell you, or if I didn't tell you the importance of content in business building, I'd be doing you a disservice. I wouldn't be lying to you. Content is that important. Right now, millionaires are made literally every single day with the right pieces of content. Let me see here. Make sure that this is tilt. There we go. Up there. Oh, that's good. We're good. All right. So I had a call with a client, and let me back up just a little bit before I get into this call with this client. We had some clients a number of years ago, for about 3 years, twin home experts. These guys are plumbers. From Los Angeles. They go into homes, solve problems, fix pipes and find sewer leaks and get rats out of house pipes and out of walls and things like that. They're very good at what they do. When we first started working with them, they had about 13,000 subscribers. And they were making content that was like how to plunge a toilet without a plunger, how to snake a line and clear a clog, how to find a water leak. It was all very much top of funnel, right? Top of funnel meaning they're getting people to come for a very specific purpose, and they're helping them solve that problem. And in all honesty, I'll talk about top of funnel a little bit more here in just a second. But the problem with top of funnel is that you attract people who are coming for a very specific purpose, and then once you have helped them solve their problem, I don't know why I did that, they're gone. Peace out, bro. That's what I meant to do. They're out of here. And so if you only build channels that are based on how-to content, you can get a whole bunch of views and you can get a whole bunch of subscribers, but the odds of those subscribers going from video to video to video to video is very, very low, because you have to be able to, they have to have a problem. The audience has to have a problem that you solve in order for them to come to your channel. So this is why I talk about building a personal brand more than anything else, and creating mission-driven content as opposed to how-to content. There's a lot of people that are out there that are like, hey, all you got to do is make a list of 50 videos that all start with how-to and helping solve problems, and you can grow your channel. Yes, you definitely can, but you will not grow your personal brand. You will be stuck in this trap of, I have 100,000 subscribers, but I only get 1,000 views per video. The good ratio of views to subscribers, if you're building a personal brand, is 20 to 30, maybe 40% of every video. Like, if you think about it, your top creators, well, people like Mr. Beast do insanely well. He's like 50% views to subscribers. But even somebody like a Hermosi, he's got 3 million subscribers. He gets 200,000 to 300,000 views on every single video. That's 10%. That's pretty good for a channel of that size. I'd say if you have 1 million subscribers and you're getting 200,000 to 300,000 views on every video, you are crushing it. So here's the secret. Ready for this? Here's the secret to mission-driven content. Storytelling. Storytelling. Become better storytellers. Because what ends up happening is, not only do you get people to come go from video to video to video, which increases your average view per viewer, which is a metric on the back end of YouTube. It just means that people, in any given period of time, people come back to your channel to watch more X amount of times. So you want people to come back and binge watch your content. You want them to fall into the trap of watching your content and then just watch one video after another, after another, after another. If you do that, if you succeed at doing that, YouTube will give you more people. They'll just keep sending people to you over and over and over again, because you're keeping people on their platform. YouTube is serving ads to those audiences, and they're making buku dinero. Okay? So the key to this mission-driven content is storytelling. So the twins, going back to the twins, and then I'll tell you about this client that I have. The twins, when we started with them, we're doing how-to. The first change that I made, I told them to go all in on storytelling. Put GoPros on their chest, go into their clients' homes, have them sign a little waiver, and then go and solve their problem. And here's what happened. Almost immediately, their channel exploded. We got them to, I think they're up to like 400 and some thousand subscribers now. Not only that, but people kept coming. People would watch their content like they were watching their favorite show on HGTV. And people would binge watch. They did 25, 30-minute episodes. People would binge. They'd watch one video, then the next, then the next, then the next. And the channel just started to explode. Not only that, check this out. Here's the side effect of this. This is going to blow your mind. Here's the side effect of this. Stories build trust. Because especially stories like that, you snap a GoPro on your chest, you walk into a house, it's really hard to like fake it. You can strategically stage things, which we did. You can stage things, but it's hard to fake a story when you're just walking into somebody's house. You're just taking them along with you. So here's what happened. They went from making a couple $100,000 a year from leads on their YouTube channel to making millions of dollars a year from leads on their YouTube channel. Not only that, people from all over the nation who fell in love with their show, fell in love with their stories, started calling them for service. They're based in LA. They've done jobs in Washington, D.C. and in the Carolinas and on the West Coast and then up in Utah, all over the place, because people fell in love with their stories and they decided they only want to work with them. Not only that, but if you're a plumber in a specific location, there's generally there's a slight variance in how much you can charge for each job, right? It's like if somebody comes out to install a sink, it's going to cost $300 or $400 if you have a plumber come and do that, and install like a faucet or something like that. Well, the twins, because they were famous in these people's eyes, they were telling these good stories, they were getting millions of views. The twins could say, hey, listen, I'll come out and do this, but it's going to cost whatever. And that could be 3, 4, 5 times the amount that the local plumbers were charging. Now, it's not that they would do that like unwarranted. It's just like, hey, listen, we're busy in Los Angeles. If you want us to come out there and solve your problem, it's going to cost a premium because my time is valuable. So what's really awesome about this is that there's like multiple benefits to this, right? You get the views, which makes you look famous. It gives you credibility and clout. You get more people coming back to your content, binge watching, which makes YouTube feel like, hey, this is a channel we should be throwing a whole bunch of content or a whole bunch of audience members to because they're liking the content and we're making money. You make more money on the AdSense because you've got your CPMs, which are typical, and you're getting millions of views. So you could make tens of thousands of dollars a month from your channel. And then not only that, but you build so much trust with the audience that the audience is willing to pay you a premium to work with them specifically because they only want you, because you have built that trust. Now, there are a lot of like bad actors out there that are utilizing the strategy in order to grow channels that are devious or wrong or just fake. But for the most part, if you're a business owner, you don't have time to fake all that stuff. You're just wanting to showcase what you do. So in my opinion, it's really solid for business owners to focus on storytelling content because stories sell better than how-to, and it builds your brand a little bit better. So fast forward to today. We've got a client right now, he's in the house flipping business. And he's been doing kind of like, hey, this is how you flip a house in a seedy location, right? Like, that's pretty cool. But what's even more interesting is when you were to tell a story that's like, I opened up the door to my flip house and this guy was inside. You know, what do I do? Like, that's a story that more people are going to be interested in watching because there's an element of drama, because there's an element of thrill, of suspense, there's tension in the content. And so we had a discussion this morning and I told him we've got to lean more into telling the stories of the very unique experiences that he's having because that's what sells. That's what's going to attract that broad audience. So he has this. He had this experience this morning. I had him go out to this property. It was 2 hours away from his house, and it's this old farmhouse on 50 acres. House was built in 1915. It's been vacant. The owners passed away a couple of years ago, and I was like, dude, haunted house. Let's lean into the haunted house element of this. And so we did this whole thing, and by the end, he was like freaking himself out. It was great. He was like walking through the house, this old creepy house, and like hearing things creak. And then he found this secret like staircase that was behind the door, and it was all dark. And he goes up, and all of the drawers in these cabinets were like open. And I was like, this is gonna make amazing viral content. And he's like, I gotta get out of here. It's freaking me out. So, I mean, it was great. Like, it was a perfect video. I couldn't have asked for anything better. But we're leaning into the storytelling. So my recommendation for you guys, the secret to success with content. The secret to success with content, well-rounded success. You got to pull out of your brain that you are a one-trick pony. You're not a one-trick pony. And the one trick I mean is solving people's problems. That's what I do all the time. We're entrepreneurs, right? It's natural for us to solve problems. You are not a problem solver online. In your business, you're a problem solver. Online, you're not a problem solver. You're a storyteller. And you can weave your mission into your stories, but you have to tell stories if you want to be successful. I mean, you think about throughout history, right? Thousands of years. How does information get passed down from generation to generation? Stories. Don't eat that berry. Uncle Johnny died from eating that berry. That's a story. The information gets passed down. Now kids are afraid, right? Afraid to eat those berries. I remember specifically had a berry incident as a kid. Traumatizing. The one I was going to say, remember if you're 30s, 40s, and probably even younger, why don't we eat gum? Why don't we swallow gum? Because it will stay in our stomach for how long? Leave it in the comments. How long does gum stay in our stomach? It's not true. It's a story that was told by somebody's parent who didn't want their kid swallowing their gum because they had a problem swallowing their gum. And so they told them it stays in your stomach for X period. You guys know how long it is. Leave it in the comments. It's a story. That's how information gets passed down. So tell more stories, folks, and you'll make, I won't say you make millions of dollars, but it's a shortcut to using YouTube, social media, and making millions of dollars is storytelling. I hope that makes sense. I know it sounds kind of cliche, but it's true. Cliches generally are cliches for a reason. Take care, everybody. Happy weekend. We'll see you on Monday. Bye.